Hello, today we have spinach. Spinach is a very common ingredient for Japanese people. If you boil it longer, the nutrients will be destroyed. We start the Akanuki process. And it will be much, much tastier. So please watch this video to the end. Welcome to Fujiwara Yoshi. Guess what we are going to do today? I have shown you many times how I use the famous spinach roll as a garnish in various dishes. And I have promised more than once to tell you how to prepare it. Spinach is a very common ingredient for Japanese people. It can be eaten raw, but in most cases it is cooked. For the spinach roll, we first blanch the leaves and then roll them into tight cylinders using a Makisu, a sushi rolling mat. This is exactly how spinach rolls are made in professional kitchens. But today, I will also show you a second method, simplified for home use. So please watch this video to the end. Well, let's start by preparing the spinach. First things first, let's prepare ice water. This is necessary for rapidly cooling the spinach. I think you have had to buy frozen spinach in the store. Do you remember what color it is? It is practically black. To ensure the spinach remains bright green, like this. After boiling, we will immediately lower it into ice water, and the color will remain. In addition, this way, we start the Akanuki process. The excess bitterness will come out of the spinach along with the squeezed water, and it will be much, much tastier. To understand exactly what the result will be, let's turn to history. I used the spinach roll when I prepared the salad with cold salmon noodles and sea bass. I also added to dorado arataki, I think, and as a side dish for chicken teriyaki. Be sure to check out these recipes. Please note, spinach needs to be washed very well, including the tips. Actually, these roots can also be eaten. The main thing is to wash and clean them very thoroughly. Do not be lazy about this. Of course, in winter spinach is a bit expensive, but you can practice. It makes sense to make such preparations in the summer, freeze them, and then feast on bright and healthy spinach all year round. Be sure to save this video so you don't lose it before summer comes. Pour water about halfway up the pot. If there is too little water, the temperature will drop too much when you put the spinach in the pot, and the technology will be violated. So, this much water. And now remember the main rule. Wash the leaves thoroughly, boil in rapidly boiling water, and be sure to add salt to the water. The usual cooking time for spinach is 1 minute. Why so precise? If you boil it longer, the nutrients will be destroyed, and the color will change. So we boil such bunches for 30 seconds on the root side first, and then boil the leaves themselves for another 30 seconds. Boil for 1 minute and immediately pass through ice. This is the main wisdom. The water has almost boiled. It is important to boil correctly. This time I have small roots. After all, it is not spinach season now, and it is not that big, unlike what it might be in summer. But if you come across large roots, you can make a small cut with a knife, like this, along the root, as if splitting it into parts in the middle. Then it will definitely have time to cook in a minute. But with such thin roots, this is not necessary. You understood? If the root is large, just cut it here lengthwise, and that's it. So the water is boiling. Lower it with this side. See where the roots are? We put them in the water first. Time it for 30 seconds. Now you can immerse it completely for the second 30 seconds. This amount of spinach can be boiled in one go. But if you are boiling more spinach, please divide it into 2 batches. The time has come. No need to boil anymore. Now send the leaves into the ice water. For home serving, we are practically done. The color remained, the bitterness is gone. Squeeze the leaves a little, removing the water. The roots can be eaten, but if they confuse you, cut them into parts, and that's it. Cut it into pieces, and that's it. It can already be served like this. The spinach is considered ready. But for the spinach roll, we will have to bother a little more. So, first, squeeze the water out well with your hands. Cut off the roots. You can make an excellent salad from them. Write in the comments if you are interested in the recipe, and I will definitely show you how to turn them into a delicious dish. But this time, I will just remove them. Take the Makisu. And here is the first task. Our spinach is quite small. It is not very convenient to work with. Straighten out the largest leaves and lay them out first. They will be on the outside, and the small ones inside. They are so tiny. We'll have to tinker. Why specifically large ones on the outside? With their help, the roll will hold its shape. If there are even very small leaves in the middle, it's not scary. We will simply wrap them with the large ones. If you try your best, your roll will never fall apart. In my childhood in Japan, the American cartoon about Popeye the Sailor was very popular. They told us there that remarkable strength comes from spinach. Of course, in this way, they instilled a love for vegetables in us, essentially forcing us to eat it. But now, spinach is becoming very popular all over the world, even without that. Here and there, new varieties of spinach appear, so its popularity is growing naturally. Next, we simply roll up the mat, preparing it like a regular sushi roll. By the way, at this moment, you need to squeeze out the remaining water thoroughly. Tuck the protruding ends inside and squeeze again with maximum force. Here, it worked. If you wrap the spinach in plastic wrap like this, it can be stored in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. In the freezer, it will last for half a year. This is already prepared spinach. It can be added to salad or thrown into soup. It is very convenient to have such preparations on hand. During the period when there are few green vegetables, it helps out a lot in general. After all, spinach is not just tasty and healthy. It also gives a beautiful color to dishes. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you have questions or wishes, be sure to write about it in the comments under this video. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Then you will miss nothing. And of course, leave your wishes on what other Japanese cuisine recipes you would be interested to learn. It is very important to me. And that's all for today. いただきます。